Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, or all my good wishes. सरदार पटेल के बारे में बहुत सारी चीज़ें बोली जाती हैं. He was a great Indian from the outset, I would say. A very valuable man in the freedom struggle of India. And there's one incident, right in the beginning when Mr. Patel was a leading lawyer in Ahmedabad or somewhere. He came to know about Gandhi. And along with his colleague, he made a fun of Gandhi, saying, this guy who, shafts pebble from the wheat, will he give us freedom? I don't think so. But when Patel met Gandhi, he was so impressed by Gandhi that he was a very good lawyer, and he was so impressed by Gandhi that he joined Gandhi, especially in Kheda Satyagraha, where Gandhi's third experiment was there. Patel was a part of that. He went from village to village and was a very good team member of Gandhi. I mean, he was so close, and these two guys became very close somewhere in the jail in 1930s in Yarrawad, I believe, and they were very close to each other. Patel looked after Gandhi, and Gandhi was, that's what I come to know. And the same Patel, suffers heart attack when Gandhi is killed by the Hindu fanatic. Now, people say that Nathuram Godse, it's a view of some people, but I would call him fanatic only, that he killed Gandhi, and Patel suffered a heart attack because of that. So, Patel was a die-hard Gandhi fan later on. And there is always a controversy which brings Patel and Nehru in conflict, especially on the choice of, Gandhi intervening and selecting Nehru instead of Patel in 1946 interim government which had to be formed. Now, at the outset, I should say that Gandhi was a central figure at that time. There were no such kind of elections which happened here. Gandhi's decision was paramount. He was the one, like today, Mr. Modi is the one who leads and who decides everything for BJP. It was Gandhi who was central figure, and he had already made it clear to people that his choice was Gandhi. His choice was Nehru for 1946 election. Prior to that, the selection committees of Congress selected that, but it was basically they were choosing a president at that time, and moreover, Patel was very close. He was a main guy who looked after Congress organization. He was a fundraiser of Congress. And he was a main man from 1934 around Congress. So naturally, he was very close to the people. He made people work together. He funded them. And I'm not saying that Patel manipulated them, but people had a lot of respect for Patel because he was a main organizer at that time for the Congress. But Nehru was very, very popular man. Let me tell you, he was a young guy, and he went to jail 9 times. Patel went only one time jail. I mean, that is not something which should discredit that. But Nehru was a very popular guy. Like, he was very popular all over India at the time. So, and Nehru was very close to Gandhi ji, and I would say that Nehru wouldn't have come to politics had Gandhi not been there. And same is with Patel. These two guys would never have come into politics. It is because of Gandhi that both of them came together. And especially for Nehru, I can say that he was a very confused man, and he always thought about, what is right and what is wrong, and still he feels that. So, Gandhi was a very truthful soul, very, very, and Gandhi himself went to Nehru's house and he said, I want you to join me in Allahabad. So, this is a controversy which is raised by the present dispensation, the BJP and all, which says that Patel, Patel and Nehru definitely had a rift pertaining to Hyderabad especially and princely states. Let me come to the princely states, and then I will explain you 1946 more. The princely states, they had a state people's movement. It was a similar struggle to the Indian National Congress struggle, but Indian National Congress never wanted to interfere in these princely states. So these state people movement were already going on in all these states, and Indian National Congress never wanted to be part of that. So these princes were, puppets of the British government. They were given titles, ceremonial titles, salutes and all that to keep them in good humor by the Britishers. So Nehru, he, even I would say Patel, they both agreed that Mountbatten should become the next he should be invited to be part of Indian till we integrate these princely states. And it was rightly done because Mountbatten was a very experienced person. And take for example the riots which happened in Delhi. Both Nehru and Patel went because they were not experienced in dealing at hand the riots immediately. So they went to Mountbatten and to ask him, and he was at that time relaxing in Shimla. So he was called back from Shimla and said, kindly be here and help us. And Mountbatten devised a plan to quell the riots, and that's very clear that he helped in the integration of, contrary to the view that Mountbatten was a person who came, who was a British agent. No, he did help India in integration, and it was a British prestige also, because they never wanted to leave India broken, and of course they did a lot of mistakes by going in for partition so early. And Redcliffe was the way it was divided, but that is a different thing. What I want to say is that these two people together, and these three people, the triumvirate, Patel, Nehru and Mountbatten, they discussed each other, and Patel was the Home Minister. He was given all out that you go and do everything. And Patel ji was, a good administrator, and he was given all his dues. His name was there. Nobody manipulated. People were very, very good at that time. Unlike today, where one leader, whether he will take everything credit to himself, the PMs and CMs of today. That time it was very idealistic environment, and everybody was given the right.